Welcome to Wednesday's Words of Wisdom from the farm. And you know, I'll never forget my dad telling me a story of when he was a young boy and his dad took him to the neighbors and they went into the neighbor's barn and the neighbor basically popped the lid off of a barrel, reached in, grabbed the chop, and Dad said as soon as the lid went off the barrel, rats started to come from everywhere. They were coming down the mow. They were coming out through holes everywhere. I can't stand rats. I'll never forget down this hallway here, I heard a commotion and my Jack Russell Bruno had kicked up a rat and I went to block it in the hallway and the sucker ran right up my pant leg and bit me. And then Bruno came to my defense. It wasn't under my pant leg, it was over. He grabbed it, shook it, killed it. I can't stand rats. I want to clean up the farm of rats. Well, this farm in particular, the guy had got 2 pailfuls of chop out. Rats came from everywhere. My dad said they were the size of cats. Now, my dad could tell a good story, so I'm not sure they were quite that big. But Dad said as the guy carried the chop to the trough to feed the pigs, the rats were all climbing in and out of the pail, eating the chop while he dumped it in. And then when he dumped it in the trough, they were right in the trough with the pigs eating it. That would sick me right out. It bothered my dad. But you got to think of this. Sometimes we have barns that need to be cleaned up. This barn needs to be cleaned up. Sometimes we have yards that we can kind of put off and the grass gets too long, or sheds that need to be cleaned, or closets or dressers or bedrooms or bathrooms or laundry. Laundry can get ahead of us. In 2 Kings 22, in verse 2 it says, get your house in order. I think sometimes we can get busy or get doing other things, that things can get out of hand in a hurry. Just like that guy's barn and the rat population overtook. There's some things in our life, and 2 Kings says, get your house in order. Get your life in order. Well, my dad told the conclusion of the story. He said years later he ran into that farmer's son, and the son was grown up, and Dad said to him, hey, I've been meaning to talk to you and find out whatever happened to the rat population, there was like an epidemic of rats in your barn. Like, whatever happened to the rats? And did you ever get that problem solved? And the guy said, yep, we got some counsel, we got some advice from someone, and we got our barn all straightened out. In fact, what we did was we took a pail of chop, we dumped it into the barrel, we mixed it with plaster of Paris, and then we put a nice pail of water next to it. We mixed it all up. We popped the lid off. As soon as the rats heard that lid popped off, they all climbed right into the barrel. They devoured that chop mixed with the plaster of Paris. And as soon as they drank the water, well, plaster with the water, it just turned into cement. The young man said, you know what? For weeks, the barn reeked. Dead rats, all seized up like cement. But they solved it. They got their barn in order. And what I encourage you today is to get your house, to get your life in order. If there's something that needs some cleaning up, clean it up. Don't let it get too far along. And that's been Wednesday's Words of Wisdom from the farm. Take care. God bless.